get cancelled before you even start. Is there anything that you guys are not comfortable talking about? You just get that out the way.
Actually, you know what? An appetizer would be.
Appetizer, no? No, Nota pela. You must tell us.
Me, I'm cancelable, dog.
Yeah?
You can't
Oh,
cancel
wow.
me, dog.
Is there anything that you...
You can't cancel me, dog.
No.
Why are you going to cancel my surname? I'm no longer part of my family. What the fuck?
The Bala brothers. Lord say he's out of the family. Upelo.
Yeah.
How are you out of the family?
Typical cheese boy.
No, don't call me. Makunama event ningangiphelela ngifuni next.
Typical cheese boy.
So manje you're not isibongo sakho. Like you're out of your
Out of yourself.
because there's many people in family things that we don't call vele. Now you're out of it.
Yeah.
Why do you say you're uncancelable?
Just like, yeah, like, you know, the only thing that matters to me is my family. So you can only be cancelled if something that matters to you can be taken.
That's cut deep. Talking about family, I honestly don't know your life. I just know the public, what I get fed from my algorithms.
Yeah.
And we've realized that social media is scam. You never really get to know a person through and through.
Yeah.
Bro, without sounding too interviewy or too angazi nje, biza ngani. Where you from? Where you born?
I'm from here,
Joburg.
from Jozi.
You were born in Joburg?
Born in Parktown.
No, you weren't.
Yes. My grandmother was born here, my mother was born here, I was born here.
No, you weren't.
Parktown got cheesing Nota.
Yeah, Florence Nightingale.
Only cheese very like straight nje.
Feeding us lies. So what not? With lies. He walked in with lies. He showed us something of lies on his phone. And now he's going to continue with the lies.
No, the very cheese. No, man.
You were born in Parktown.
Born in Parktown, like town, like you see these where there's a towers.
And raised in Joburg.
Yeah.
Are you not from SOH or something like that? Not?
Yeah, well, that's where we started when we had to be there, but from 1991.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, Group Areas Act was repealed in 1991. When the Group Areas Act said you can leave the township, we left.
And then you went
Immediately.
But wait,
So,
Nota,
yeah.
you were born in
Johannesburg North.
Kokasi. Were you
In the
not born
north?
Kokasi and then went to Parktown after nje?
I was born, the hospital I was born in
Yeah.
is Parktown, Florence Nightingale. That's
Sure,
where I was
sure,
born. That's where I took my first breath.
Yeah.
You understand? So when they say place of birth,
Yeah.
they mean where your birth certificate was signed.
You guys have had
Parktown.
medical aid for days.
So you are not
My entire life, I've been on medical aid. So, well, I was born on medical aid.
we medical aid on ourselves. You medical aid.
Your kids are born on medical aid. What are you talking
You're
about?
35 years old, Chief.
Yeah.
Comparing yourself to a 9-year-old.
Hectic, Nota.
Damn. Okay.
That is hectic.
Okay. So your mom and dad worked in what space to
My
be able
dad
to
is an
afford it?
entrepreneur,
Is
and
it?
my mom worked for many companies. Yeah.
So professionals.
No, not really. My mom was like, she did clerical work most of the time,
In local.
like secretary, admin,
Admin
and
stuff mostly.
Like that.
Anytime I got into business.
Yeah. My dad's.
Post matric, you then
I went to varsity,
where?
UJ, Vega, and IMM.
I
I never finished.
Commitrent, ne? Why?
By Atlas Studios.
Oh, yeah, ke bon. Written with when we take a blue. Yeah, ke bon. I am
UJ you studied?
Entrepreneurship management.
AAA you studied?
No, not AAA, but it's close. Vega.
Vega,
I did
sorry.
brand building and management.
Study these things, man.
Well, I didn't finish my studies.
Yeah, but it's still.
But I did buy the textbooks, yes.
And then you went to
IMM afterwards.
study.
Marketing management.
All round.
And then what did you do after that?
I continued working. I was already working when I was studying. That's why I had to
As?
stop my studies. Yeah, that's the thing, yeah. As everything. But, you know,
Two not una manga, guys.
yeah,
Ubani?
as everything.
Kushabani. Phela mina ngithi ngiyafuna manje ngithi.
Yeah.
But to not to mashai.
Before ngimphaphele. ngithi ngiyamfunda kancane ngoba phela umuntu ungagqumi based on
What people say.
propaganda.
Simashaya. Unota, the person, Unota uzothi ngumashaya sharp. Who said ngumashaya? The thing that I'm speaking about, go to that person and ask them.
That's it.
The people don't come out and say Nota is lying.
There's so many questions I want to ask Nota, but when you just
Yeah. So with all the accusations of lying, I'm like, seriously, like people would have come out and said, "Yo,
Yeah.
you could destroy all my credibility."
Yeah.
there's one where you were saying you guys were marching onto AKA,
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the pictures are there.
and then people were like, it's bullshitting, it's bullshitting,
Yeah.
it's bullshitting. Our poster boy.
Was it for the fees, ne?
Yeah,
fees must fall. Yeah.
But you know, bullshitting. And you let it go for like a day. You let it go for a while. Until they appeal.
A post.
So, volume.
But you know that
Load shedding.
there's another thing, but you know that
That's where I know the fees must fall guys from. You know, so all the guys that say, "Yeah, I was part of the fees must fall movement," I'm like, nigga. In fact, that whole entire movement was started by my cousin, my little cousin.
I was chilling not. I was chilling not. I was chilling.
No, I'm just saying, that whole entire thing. I was already a dropout, so why would I be marching? My cousin was the one who was at school.
Which one? I get it, but I know only fees must fall. That was the first one that
It was
was.
first Rose Must Fall. But
Yes.
Through shit in
Sure.
Cape Town.
So
No, actually, the Rose Must Fall movement started in Grahamstown. About Rhodes, the name,
Makani,
right?
yeah.
And that's when they started speaking about it.
Yeah.
And then the first activity happened at NMMU. And then after it had happened at NMMU, the throwing feces on the statue.
Oh, so.
Then that's what happened. So it was a decolonization project.
Yeah,
It wasn't
yeah.
really about fees. at first.
Initially.